This can, made by Eastman Kodak Company, Rochester, New York, USA, was made sometime in the 1950s, back over half a century ago, and it is still here. And really, that's the point. Physical media lasts. It doesn't get removed, it doesn't change, it doesn't disappear behind a subscription. But down here in my little basement home theater, my humble abode, my poor old DVD player has definitely not lasted. This old thing with its broken off door, it's loud, it's slow, it barely works, it's been broken for years. It is definitely time. So today we're finally getting rid of that old relic and we're gonna upgrade to this modern, beautiful 4K Blu-ray player, the Panasonic DP-UB150. Now, this one here is going to be, one of the last models released because they're not making too many DVD players and not too many Blu-ray players either. And, for me, it's not just about the device, but it's about being able to enjoy the memories and the experience of watching those old favorites right off the shelf. Now, this DVD player is not sponsored. This is something I purchased with my own money. So I'm definitely looking forward to getting rid of that broken old DVD player that I showed you in the intro. That is completely, sincerely my old problem. It's always good to get a new modern solution. Now, obviously, this isn't the most expensive high-end option that exists, but I think it's going to be perfect for me because, as you can see on the front here, it's got the 4K Ultra HD Blu-rays. It does have the HDR and some high-res audio. Now, it doesn't have every single possible high-end audio specification, but let's be honest, my old setup out there, it doesn't either. So we got remote control batteries, the AC adapter, we got a simple little remote control here. Nice and straightforward. Thank you for that, Panasonic. Here is the star of the show. Nothing crazy. Just a Blu-ray player. We got the manual here. I think we all know how these things work by now. And, I'm looking forward to this. Just a slick, simple little unit. Clean. It's going to get the job done. It's just got the basic inputs on the back. I will hook it up to the LAN. Got the HDMI. Your power in, and that is it. This one was manufactured June 2025, so this one hasn't been in the world for too long. I don't know how many more years you're going to be able to buy a brand new DVD or Blu-ray player. So this could be, a pretty special moment for me. I'd like to upgrade one more time in the future to something even more high-end, but honestly, for my use, I've got the simple 5.1 setup there with some older equipment. That receiver is ancient. I think this is going to be great. I'll show you the menu systems, and I'll let you know how well it works. And, should be about it. I just love that feeling, out with the old broken door here. This thing, R155, it served me well. Did a good job, but it is time. It is definitely time. Unplug it for one last session here. All right, let's power it on. I get a real kick out of that. It's been a long time. Haven't watched a movie on disc in, a good couple of months anyway. And it feels good to hear that old comforting sound. An old friend ready to start a new adventure. I'm pretty excited to have this steelbook collection of the Back to the Future series. This is probably the first thing I'm going to watch on here. Now, I'm ashamed to say, I don't have a fancy 4K TV, even though I have the nice Blu-ray edition. However, handily enough. These ones come with the regular Blu-ray disc as it is. Pop those in. Beautiful old comforting sound. All right, so nothing crazy here. Just to give you a quick idea what you can expect when you turn on your DP-UB150. Obviously, if I click on videos, it's going to allow me to play it from the USB port in the front or the disc that I have in the tray. I got that Back to the Future disc in there. You can play music here from a disc or a USB. You can log into photos if you like. And you've also got some settings here. Now, you've got wallpaper, USB management. I'll just quickly show you what's inside the player settings. Nothing crazy. You can switch your 4K resolution here to the automatic, and you've got your HDR settings. You've also got some advanced color settings, you know, your color gamut, all sorts of good stuff here. It really just depends what kind of TV you have in so many ways. You got your audio settings here for dynamic range compression, your digital audio, all sorts of good stuff. If you've got that fancy 3D TV, I mean, it's not really for me, but I got nothing against it. Now, when I turned this thing on, it was in Spanish. So this ABC section, this is how you turn it into English. I had to change the menu language to be English. As you can see, Spanish is an option here, but hey, it's all good. We figured it out, no big deal. Other than that, you know, you've got your network settings. I'm going to plug in a network cable later. You can change the ratings on here, and actually I would just put that on no limit there, or whatever it is, no big deal. And then finally, you've got your system settings here. You know, you've got your display, screensaver, stuff like that. One thing to be aware of, and a good reason to connect this thing to your network, is the firmware updates. You do want to make sure to check from time to time. Panasonic is pretty good at updating, trying to keep these things as current, as modern, and as up to date as possible.
And that, my friends, is my upgrade for today. Replacing a tired old DVD player with a proper 4K Blu-ray machine. I'm honestly really happy with it. The setup was simple, the menus look clean, and it feels great knowing I can finally watch my movies in the best quality they were meant to have. Streaming is convenient, but having that movie right here in my hands with no ads, no removal from the service, no subscriptions, there's something really refreshing about that. If you've been thinking about bringing physical media back into your home setup, maybe this is your sign to go for it. Thank you so much for watching.